Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking to you all about mascara. I'm going to show you how I apply mine because I know in videos I skip over it a lot of times because it's the same every time. But I think that there are some little tricks and stuff that I've been using for years that can really make a huge difference. I'm going to show you a little tool. It's very expensive. You can buy a lot of them at once that you absolutely need. I don't care what kind of lashes you have, whatever. I think everyone needs one of these to use along with their mascaras, if that makes sense. I'm going to show you how I apply mine, how to use a primer, different formulas, different, shape brushes, how those work, why you need certain ones, what they do. So I hope that you guys enjoy this and that it's helpful. Alright, so if you compared, this eye has mascara, this one doesn't. It's quite a large difference. I don't know, you should be able to tell. The mascara is, I think, even if you're not wearing anything else, it's a good, quick, easy step. Now, there are some tricks that I've kind of learned over the years and things like that, tools and little must-have things that can make the biggest difference. I don't use primer that often, but when I do, this Urban Decay one is my favorite. It has little fibers. I think this particular one, it's called Eyeshadow or Eyelash Primer Potion, makes your lashes look very thick. I don't like them to look spidery and stuck together and very extremely separated. I like them to look thick. So I found a lot of different really nice mascaras that I like that are thickening. My very favorite one is the MAC Plush Lash and the CoverGirl Lash Blast. They have a new tube now that doesn't have the silver. It's in my other makeup bag. I think it's called Lash Blast Volume, but it's the same as the original Lash Blast from what I can tell. Here it is. Actually, I do have it sitting out. See? This is the new tube. So whatever. Anyways, that was kind of pointless, but just if you're confused. So two of my favorite formulas are the Lash Blast and the MAC Plush Lash. Two favorite. This one is, available at department stores, MAC stores. This one is available at drugstores, so that's a good option. I think drugstore mascaras are great, by the way. Very few high-end ones I've found that are good, so I don't know, but I have found a lot of drugstore ones that are good, so it's kind of opposite. Alright, so if you want, you can apply a primer. Alright, now when I apply a primer, I do not apply it as thick as I would, or as much as I would a mascara. So I'm going to take it and focus it right along the bases of my lashes first, and wiggle it back and forth just like that. I'm not going to go like that. I'm just going to press it against the base of my lashes and wiggle it back and forth, and then do that over here. Now, it's going to look funny because it's white. Now what I do, since it does have the fibers, I don't need a whole lot of extra length because like I said, you can see how just when the white coated those tips, you can really see that where they were invisible before. I don't need a lot of length. If you do, this does have those little extension fibers, which are good for adding extra length, but they're also good for adding volume too, so it kind of does both. But if you wanted extra length, what you do is you take the wand, and you're just going to barely go behind the lashes and in front of the lashes, right on the tips. Just go back and forth like that, and go behind and front, and then go all the way in. That's a step I probably wouldn't do all the time. Now, you want to make sure that it's not clumped together because this will dry and then you'll just paint your mascara right over it and it will accentuate the clumps. I'm going to take a little separating tool, like a little mascara spoolie. Do not invest in these. These are the ones that, you actually buy. Get a pack at Sally's. These are the MAC ones. You can get them on the MAC website, I believe, maybe just from Pro. You can get these at Sally's. You can get these at the drugstore. Packs of disposable mascara wands. What you want to do is you just want to go right over it and make sure that it's separated. These work better than lash combs, and it works just as well as these little spoolie brushes that you're going to actually pay a lot more for. Now these, yeah, you think, well, they're disposable. This really isn't. Well, you can wash this just like you wash this. I think if this is disposable, then this is also disposable. So, especially if you're using it for this. If you're using this on a client's, that's where the disposableness comes in, I guess. They're great for eyebrows, too. So, yeah, definitely invest in these. They will last you forever. You can buy a pack of them. This one will last you for months, if you take care of it. So, just, rinse it and wash it just like you do your brushes. Let that dry. Do not apply your mascara over wet primer. It is going to just defeat the purpose. You can apply the primer to your lower lashes as well. I'm not going to do that. Alright, now I'm going to use the MAC Plush Lash. I'm going to kind of demonstrate it with that. This brush is kind of neat. Like I said, this is a volumizing formula. it looks just like a regular brush, but then when you turn it sideways, you see that it is a little bit flat. I don't know if you can tell. So when you're looking at this fat side, there's really no bristles sticking out right here. It's just like they're going out to the side, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the part where the bristles are sticking out, I hope this makes sense, which is the thin part, and I'm going to get that right at my lash base just like I did before. You want to wiggle it back and forth, and then as you get done, you just pull it up. So you wiggle and then pull, and you just keep repeating that, and then you can kind of go back and touch it up a little. And then when you do that once, you can just kind of take the wand and just lightly coat. Now what I do is when I get to these tips, I kind of go over that a little more. You can see that probably made a big difference. Now what is cool about this brush is that since you can turn it and it has a little flatter side, not really flat, but you know, you can get it right behind your lashes, and you want to do that. Just not at the base, don't get it way far. I'm just talking about the tips of your lashes, especially when you use a primer and you've gone behind them like that. You don't want to see any white. I think when you apply a primer, you do have to work a little more because you're trying to make sure that you cover up all that white. When you get to this middle part, sometimes it's hard to get in there without touching, you know, the wand all over your face. Hold the brush vertical and just kind of go like this, back and forth. Just kind of sweep it side to side. Okay, now for the lower lashes, you can use the same formula. A lot of times I prefer to use a waterproof formula with a small brush. Now this is the CoverGirl Lash Blast. It is waterproof. This is not a small brush. This is going to create some problems for some because it is huge. Now the bristles are very short. It's one of those rubber brushes, but you know, I just prefer to use a smaller brush. So find a waterproof formula that has a small brush. I used to use one by Max Factor. I forgot what it was called. I haven't bought one in a long time. I've just been using this, but I'm very careful. But a lot of times I just use my regular mascara. If you're going to be wearing your makeup all day, you're going to, it's humid, it's hot, if it's rainy, whatever, I use the waterproof formula down there because that is the mascara that tends to travel down your face, you know. I'm just going to use my same Plush Lash just to demonstrate. But yeah, use a waterproof formula. It's going to last longer. You can use it on your upper lashes as well. I do that for events and stuff if I'm working with someone else. But I don't like to do that all the time because it just, waterproof is just a hassle to wash off every day. So on my lower lashes, I'm going to take, like I said, the small side of the brush and lightly just wiggle like this, just like I did my upper ones. Now a lot of times this is where the little clumps can happen. You want to just wipe that off on the edge of the container and make sure that there's nothing there that's going to clump up against your lashes. Take your little spoolie brush while the mascara is still wet and just kind of twirl with your finger like that and pull out. You can even go above. It's the best lash separator ever. I probably waited too long up here. You'd want to do this before you started your lower, just so that it would be, you know, a little wet still. I'm just going to demonstrate. You take it behind your lashes, twirl, and pull. Not that dramatic, I'm just kind of showing you. See, you just kind of softly. You can use it to get clumps out, and it makes your lashes fan out beautifully. If you wanted to apply a second coat, which I normally don't, you want to definitely use this first like I just did because it's going to separate all the clumps so that when you apply your second coat, it doesn't coat right over something that, you know, you don't really want there. When you curl your lashes, I know this is crazy, I never curl my lashes ever unless if I'm using false lashes, and I'll actually curl the false lashes to match my own. Because whenever I use false lashes, my lashes curl upward more than the false lashes do, so I have to curl the false lashes. But if you are going to curl your eyelashes, curl them before applying mascara. I know that sometimes if you curl it afterwards, some people think, it holds the curl better, but it's so damaging to your lashes. Your lashes can stick, it'll pull them out over time, it's just not good. So curl them beforehand. Now whereas formulas and brushes are concerned, brushes play a huge role in how the formula is going to work. The same formula would apply totally different with a really dense brush like this, or if you applied it with a brush, I know this is a color, that was more spaced out like this, if that makes sense. You know, you can see it's kind of more coiled. This would kind of separate a lot more, whereas a brush like this would thicken a whole lot more. There are thickening formulas that build better, you know, on top of each other, and they may be a little thicker. Some formulas have actual fibers in them. A great one that I've been using is the Sephora Lash Stretcher, and it has a curved brush. I kind of curved it even more. This is a really good one. I tried this MG fiber wig. Not too crazy about it. This is awesome looking. It looks great on your lashes, but it will not come off. About curving your brushes, a lot of people like this because they think that it kind of fits the contour of their lashes more. You can kind of, you know, turn it toward the actual curve and kind of get it in there better. What I like to do is curve my brush myself. Now you can see, okay, here's a great example of a clump. Check out your brush before you start applying your mascara and wipe any clumps along the side, especially on this tip right here. This is like the danger zone. Just always wipe it off. Now if I wanted to straighten this brush back out, like if you've bought a mascara that has a curved brush, you don't like the curved brush, put it in the little top of the container and just bend it back out. I think this one had a natural curve to it, so it may be a little harder. So you can make it straight, kind of. If you wanted it curved, you know, you just kind of curve it. See? Very simple. Little trick. You can do that with any mascara wand. That's how a lot of the curling mascara formulas work, is that you paint them onto your lashes. Say your lashes look like this from the side. As it dries, it's going to kind of constrict the lashes, because the coat of mascara that you put around it is going to constrict when it dries, and that's what creates the curl. I was in high school, like around 99, like 2000. Colored mascaras became so popular, and this royal blue Great Lash Mascara was the first one that I ever got, and I still to this day, obviously not the same tube, guys, come on. But honestly, to this day, this is the blue that I keep repurchasing. Like, you don't have to feel like you have to go out and buy all these fun colors. All you have to do is grab your colored liners. My thing is, I mean, you think, well, why buy all the colored liners? I mean, if you already have all those colors, great. This is a great tip for you. But if you don't have a lot of colored mascaras, you don't have a lot of colored liners, you may think, well, I'd just rather go buy the mascara. Mascara is not going to last you as long as a colored liner. Mascara you need to throw out a lot more often than you need to do your colored liners. So these are going to last you longer. Don't go out and buy expensive mascaras and all those colors. So for example, this one, I think, this is like this is discontinued. Let's just use like Blue Peep or something. I think this is, you can get this at Pro. So it's a fluid line, cream eyeshadow, whatever, cream liner. You can even do this with a liner that is an actual liquid. What you're going to do is you can actually put your finger in it and then coat the tips of your lashes. You want to apply your black mascara first, though. That's going to help because, you know, obviously you're not going to be able to get into every little, you know, cranny. Now what you can do is you can take a brush like this. This is a Sigma SS212. I'm going to review the full advanced kit soon. You guys are going to be pretty surprised, I think. A lot of cool brushes, a lot of new ones. You just take a little bit of it on the tip of the brush. And I'm not going to do it because I don't really want to wear this today, but you can just apply it right to the tips of your lashes. You can apply it to all of them. I like to do that on the bottom a lot. So it's a very good tip, I think, to save you some money. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye. A little tool that you definitely need for